Namaste students, today's our topic is essential conditions for a valid Hindu marriage. Marriage is considered as a sacrament in Hindus. It is the last of the 10 sacraments in the Hindu religion for regeneration of man and obligatory for every Hindu who does not desire to adopt the life of a sannyasi. The first and foremost condition for a Hindu marriage is that the both parties should be Hindu. Following conditions, necessary conditions for a valid Hindu marriage. Monogamy. Section 5 of the Act prohibits polygamy and polyandry. It says that neither party should have a living spouse at the time of the marriage. Failure of this condition would make the marriage null and void under Section 11 of the Act. Apart from this, the party would be liable for bigamy under Section 494 and 495 of the Indian Penal Code 1860 and Section 17 of the Hindu Marriage Act 1955. Scheduled tribes are exempt from this, but they have an early and lasting custom for this. Mental capacity. This clause was inserted in the Act through the Marriage Laws Amendment Act 1976. As per the clause, three conditions must be fulfilled as per Section 5, subclause 2nd of the Act for a valid Hindu marriage. The conditions are: neither party at the time of marriage A is incapable of giving a valid consent due to her unsound mind. B has been suffering from mental disorder of such a kind or to such an extent as to be unfit for marriage and the procreation of children. C has been subjected to recurrent attack of insanity. If any of these conditions is not fulfilled, then marriage is voidable under Section 12, subclause 1b of this Act. The clause of ellipse was removed through the Marriage Laws Amendment Act 2001. In a case in this regard, Allahabad High Court held that the validity of marriage will be nullified only when it is impossible for one party to remain in the marriage due to the unsoundness of the other party. Age of the parties. At the time of enactment of this Act, the legal age of the marriage of the boy and girls was 18 years and 15 years respectively. However, later on the Marriage Laws Amendment Act 1976 changed the minimum age to 21 years and 18 years respectively. According to 15 days, accordingly, the ruling is Piniti Venkatramana and Andhra versus State AIR Andhra Pradesh 1977. Breaching of the condition did not amount of nullity of the marriage, but it is an offence under Section 18A of the Act, that is simple imprisonment up to 15 days or a fine of ₹1,000 or both. According to Section 10 of the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act 2006, any person performing, conducting, directing or abetting a child marriage shall be punished with rigorous imprisonment up to 2 years and fine of 1 lakh rupees. Prohibited degree of relationship. Section 5, subclause 4 of the Act prohibits solemnization of marriage of person falling within prohibited degree of relationship. If any marriage is solemnized under this, then the marriage would be void under Section 11 of the Act. Apart from this, violation of this clause would amount to simple imprisonment up to 1 month or a fine of ₹1,000 or both under Section 18, subclause B of the Act. Section 3, subclause G defines persons falling within prohibited degree of relationship. They are if one of a lineal ascendant of the other, or B it was the wife or the husband of a lineal ascendant or descendant of the other, or C if one was the wife of the brother or of the father's grandmother brother. Is the wife of the brothers or the father's mother's brothers or of the grandfathers or grandmothers brother of the other. If the two or brothers and sisters, uncle and niece, aunt and nephew, or children or brother and sister or two brothers or two sisters. It also includes relationship by half or uterine blood as well as full blood, illegitimate blood relationship as well as legitimate relationship by adoption as well as by blood. In simple words, we can say that a man cannot marry either the following person: his lineal ascendant, wife of his lineal ascendant, wife of his lineal descendant, brother's wife, wife of his father's brother, wife of his mother's brother, wife of his grandfather's brother, wife of his grandmother's brother, sister, sister's daughter, father's sister, mother's sister, father's sister, daughter, father's brother's daughter, and mother's brother's daughter. Prohibition of Sapinda relationship. Section 5, subclause 5 of the Act. Marriage between the person having Sapinda relationship is prohibited unless there is a custom which allows them to do so. Any marriage solemnized under this would be void under Section 11 of the Act, and violation of this clause would amount to simple imprisonment up to 1 month or a fine of ₹1,000 or both under Section 18 subclause B of the Act. Section 3F subclause 2 of the Act says that two persons are said to be sapindas of each other if one's lineal ascendant, that is a blood relative in the direct line of descendant, the children, grandchildren, great grandchildren, etc. of a person of the other within the limits of sapinda relationship, or if they have a common lineal ascendant who is within the limits of sapinda relationship with reference to each them. According to Section 3F1, sapinda relationship extends as far as third generation in the line of ascent through the mother, and the fifth generation in thank you so much.